quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw, and he finds Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, second down.
Ready, 95, 56. 54. Opposite.
A 10th carry for Kamara. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Yeah, let's get set launch. Sammy!
Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Breeze. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's second down.
Hey, Ripley. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You got nothing today. Smoke. You got nothing.
Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
47's a Mike. 47's a Mike. Let's go, baby.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, so close, but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, 57 color. 57 color. Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Yellow. Mike's 47. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Scene 6. 47 is the Mike. 3 buzz.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 38, Mahomes flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints 29-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watkins, the intended receiver. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Mike 54. Come on. You better bring it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze, he gets it to Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Big Dan, big Dan. Team spill. Check. Hey, kill tonight.
Again, it's Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the 44, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least 1 more OT to decide it after this. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
And how'd that work out?
And his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Yellow lady. 56 is the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Wide, get wide.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.